Hello, Merrick-Moore 5th grade, and welcome to our final week of Talk It Out Tuesday. I'm happy to be here with you. You all did such a fantastic job on your last assignment, so we're going to wrap things up this week with cause and effect and elaboration, adding on to your details to create images in your reader's thinking so they can see what you were thinking in your writing. First, deets on our peeps. A shout out to Noah, Amaya, Cornelius, Ayana, Daniel, Gayana, and Anaya for showing up to Zoom lessons every week and for being consistent in completing your assignments. You all deserve a huge shout out from your teachers and your friends and your family. We're so proud of you. So I want to take you back a couple weeks ago to when we were talking about opinion writing. And we talked about the big idea that writers give, and then they go into details and offer elaboration to explain their big idea. Details require you not to just put this idea out there for readers, but you have to explain to them why it matters. So for example, when I shared this writing from one of our friends, she wrote about social distancing, and she gave us her main idea statement. I think social distancing is very important because when you keep your distance from others, coronavirus is less likely to spread faster. Why does that matter, and what does she mean by that? As a writer, she knew she had to go on to explain it to you, to bring you along so you would understand her thinking. My mom owns her own store, so when she comes from her store, we don't really go to her until she takes a shower. She has to take a shower downstairs instead of upstairs. She elaborated on her ideas. To elaborate means to add on in details and ideas to help your reader understand. The next main idea, she did the same thing. So you've done a great job at writing your details in your assignment, friends. This week, it's time for you to elaborate the way she did. Here's another example. I also think social distancing is very important because I want this to be all over ASAP. And then she went on to tell us what she meant by that. People need to keep 6 feet or more away from each other. By keeping distance from each other, you protect yourself and older people. So there's an example of how she elaborated on her details for the opinion writing. Your assignment in Google Classroom was to add details to your positive effects and negative effects. So you did a great job listing those details. For example, there are positive effects and memories I have from my time during COVID. One detail, my family and I spend more time together. Well, as a reader, we're wondering, doing what? You have to elaborate to make the paragraph and to help the reader understand and see what you're thinking. Here's an example of how you can do that. There are several positive effects and memories I have from my time at home during COVID. So here's the detail. My family and I spent more time together. And here comes the elaboration piece. We started to play games together, and my mom and I were the champs 3 weeks in a row. Then we cleaned our closets out and planned to donate the clothes we can't wear anymore. My sister and I learned how to make forts outside together and got along a lot better. It's surprising but true. Being at home together has taught us to appreciate each other. Here is an example of how a writer elaborates on this one detail. So in your work this week in Google Classroom, you did a great job writing your details. Now you need to add on to each one of those details to help your reader see what you were thinking. Show, don't tell your reader. While there are positive effects during this time of COVID, there are also negative effects on my life and the lives around me. Graduation has been canceled. What could this writer do to explain why that matters? What details could be added? Your job this week in Google Classroom, friends, is to add those elaborative details onto your writing. I'm really proud of the work you've done. I'm here for you if you want to email me or text me with questions, and I look forward to seeing you in Zoom classrooms too.